Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I brought you guys this green eyeshadow look that I used with the ColourPop palette, and this is just one of many looks that I will continue to do with that collection. I also included some goodies I bought from 21 Days of Beauty, so if you guys want to see how I got this look, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay guys, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows and I set my lid off camera just because I feel like you guys already know what I do. But if you guys are interested in the products I use, I'm gonna go ahead and leave them down below in the description box. So now we're gonna move on to the eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, I'm using the Just My Luck ColourPop palette, and this is the green one. And I bought the whole packet, and I believe it has 6 colors. So I'm gonna do a series where I try to do a look with each of the palettes and only sticking to that palette. So for today we're doing the green one, and we can go ahead and get started. So for the first eyeshadow, I am gonna be using Act Natural, which is kind of like a deeper green. So it's right here, hopefully you guys can see it. And I'm using this as a crease shade, and it is a little bit dark, but I am going for a smoky eye look, so I think it will complement the look. So I'm just applying this all over my crease, and what I'm going to try to do, just because I haven't used this palette, is dip in very lightly and build it up. So I'm starting off very slowly just to give it some color. So because I don't want it to be rounded, I'm bringing the crease shade a little bit further out just to give it more of a wing effect. So just adding a little bit more to the outer edge of my eye. So I went ahead and did the other eye off camera, and I think I'm going to just continue to do that every step. I'm going to show you guys on one eye and then do the other eye off camera. So for the next step, I wanted to use Bamba, but I have a feeling it's a little too shimmery. So I'm going to try to do things a little differently, and I'm starting off with this eyeliner. And this is just a pencil eyeliner from Kat Von D. And what I'm going to do is outline a wing and then blend it out with the shade Charmed, which I'll show you guys as I go. So first I'm outlining the wing. So now what I'm doing is I'm slowly going to be shading it in like a regular eyeliner, but I'm going to keep it low because, like I said, I am going to go ahead and smoke it out with the shade Charmed. So with this brush, I'm going to blend out the eyeliner I put just to smoke it out a bit before we add the other shade. So I'm just going to be dabbing. So I buffed out my eyeliner, and now I'm moving on to the shade Charmed. So this is the shade Charmed that I'm going to go ahead and apply over the smoked out eyeliner. So for this, I'm just going to use patting motions and dip into the shade and just pat it all over, and even go a little bit higher. So now that I'm adding that shade, I'm going in and kind of adding a little more to the crease itself. So just a little bit on the outer crease. I'm not going to bring it in too much. So now that I packed on the shade Charmed, I'm buffing it out with this tapered fluffy brush and very lightly just going over it. So all I'm doing is blending, that's it. Back and forth just to smooth out the edges. I don't want any harsh lines, and I want it to be as smoky as possible. So I'm going in very lightly, and this does take a little bit more time, but it just looks smoother once the look is finished. Okay guys, so for now I'm done blending, and now I'm gonna move on to the other eye, and I'm quickly gonna do that off camera, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so now that I finished the other eye, I'm going in with the shimmer shade, which is Olive You. This one looks like this. It is this one right here. Okay. So I'm just gonna be using my finger and applying it on my lid. Okay, so now since there's a bit of a difference between the crease shade and my lid shade, I am gonna go in with the shade Charmed, and I'm gonna mix it into the Act Natural just to give it more depth. And then I'm going in with a very small brush and lightly adding it to the crease. Okay, so now again going in with the shade Charmed, I'm gonna go ahead and blend out this deeper shade with the shimmer shade. Okay, so now that I went ahead and blended that out, I'm quickly gonna do the other eye off camera, and then we're gonna be able to finish off the look. Okay, so now for the final step, I am gonna go ahead and clean up the eyeshadow just to give it a sharper look. So just using a makeup wipe, I'm gonna start cleaning it up. Okay guys, so for my face, I'm using the It Cosmetics Anti-Aging Collagen Veil Primer, which just looks like this. I'm gonna apply some all over my face. Okay, so because I am doing this video of everything I got from the 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta, I am going to be using this Lancome Tinted Moisturizer. And usually I wouldn't go for a tinted moisturizer with this look. I would go something more full coverage, but because I did buy it in the 21 Days of Beauty, I'm gonna go ahead and test it out. So I'm gonna apply some to the back of my hand, and with my finger I'm gonna dab it all over my face. It does seem a little darker than my skin tone, but since it is a tinted moisturizer, it's really easy to blend it in to your skin tone. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend this out using the e.l.f. sponge, and I'm gonna bring it in a little bit lower, and it is giving me okay amount of coverage, and if I do have to spot conceal, I will. Okay, so for the 21 Days of Beauty, I also got the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is gonna be the first time I'm trying this. So I am a little late. I have gotten this before, but it just wasn't my shade. So hopefully this one fits me well. So I'm just going to apply that first to my under eye. And I'm going to apply a little just because I heard this is really full coverage. So I don't want it to look too cakey. And then I am going to just spot conceal a little bit in the areas that I feel like I didn't get enough coverage. Okay, so quickly I'm going to go ahead and blend it out, and I'm blending out my under eye last just because I do like to let my concealer sit for a bit. So moving on to powder, I did get this Derma Blend loose setting powder, which just looks like this. And this is just the original one. I know there's like a beige one, but I just decided to get this one. So hopefully it doesn't leave a white cast. Okay guys, so quickly I'm blending out my concealer one last time so I don't set any creases. So now I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this powder. I'm gonna be using my sponge for that. Okay, so it does look really light, so I'm gonna go in with a brush and blend it out under my eyes. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and set my whole face, but since the Derma Blend powder is a little too light, I'm going in with my Pretty Vulgar powder. So I'm just using the elf sponge and just gonna be dabbing the whole translucent powder onto my face. Okay, so now what I'm most excited about is this Cover FX bronzer, and I also got the blush. So this just looks like this.
Wait. Okay.
And this is in the shade Suntan Bronze, and it is a matte and a shimmer, and this one is just like this.
Good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the matte one and just dab in and apply some. Okay, so now for the blush, let's go ahead and try it out. And I'm just applying some to the apples of my cheek and moving it upward. So now I'm gonna go in with the shimmer shade and apply it right over where I put the blush. Okay, so it just gave it a very nice glow. Okay, so moving back to my eyes, I'm quickly gonna curl my lashes and apply this Lancome mascara. And I already tried this before. This is actually a repurchase, and I already know I love the mascara. So quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera. And then before lashes, I am gonna go in with the Kat Von D eyeliner, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this in my upper waterline. And I'm doing this just so when I apply falsies, there's no gap between my eye and the falsies. So something else that I bought that I'm really excited to try are the Lily lashes. So I bought 4 pairs. One in the style Miami Flare, and these look like this. And then I got the pair in NYC. And then I also got the pair, it's called Randy. And for today's look, I am going in with the pair Chrysan, which look like this. Okay, so to apply the lashes, I'm using the Kiss adhesive. And quickly, I'm going to do this off camera just because I do have to cut them and it does take me a while. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, really quickly, I am going to go ahead and apply this tinted brow mascara from NYX. This is in the shade Espresso. So I'm going to skip the setting spray for now because we had a little bit of a technical difficulties.
Of a girl?
So for my lips, I'm using the Morphe matte lipstick in the shade Honey with the Morphe lip liner in the shade Bite Me. Okay, so I went ahead and switched setting sprays. So I'm using my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Alright guys, so this is the final look. And I know this video was all over the place because of all the different products I used. But the eyeshadow look turned out very nice and I liked all the products for the most part. And if you guys want to see any other videos, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment down below any suggestions you might have for me. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.